What up, YouTube? It's your boy Young Black. I told you guys I'll be making a video for what I'm about to talk about. I always say I'm gonna try and be quick, but with this review, I'm not gonna promise that. I'm not even gonna say that because it never works out. And especially with this game right here, it's gonna be tough for me to explain it because there's so many parts of this game that I love so freaking much. I mean, I love this so freaking much. And I'm talking about Deus Ex Human Revolution. As you can see, I got the Augmented Edition. The Augmented Edition was worth getting. It doesn't come with that much extra content on the disc, the bonus disc that they give you, but it's enough to satisfy um the Deus Ex fan or the person who's buying it for the extra content, just to get that extra feel. You want to get the biggest copy, the deepest experience you can get. It was worth it to me. I love the motion comic that it came with. That was pretty cool. With Adam saving David Sarif, I think that's his name. David Sarif's daughter. I think that was his daughter he had to save. They kidnapped him. Some drug dealers had kidnapped his daughter, and he sends Adam in to save her, but actually the drug dealers weren't kidnapping her for ransom. Turns to find out they were actually kidnapping him because a competitor company wanted him to do something, so they hired some drug dealers to kidnap his daughter. And they send Adam in and he saves her. Blah blah blah, yakety smackety. Get the augmented edition and you can see it yourself. It was really freaking cool, and the art is really really good. It's done by DC Comics artists. I'm not sure exactly which ones, but I know it's DC. But it's really fucking cool. I like it a lot. I love the trailers. The making of was worth it, most definitely, because they actually showed you the game being built from the ground up, and that's, as a gamer, that's what I like to see. Exactly how they came up with the concepts, the art, and I love how they tied the Renaissance into the game. How back then in those days that was turn of the century where a lot of breakthroughs were being made in science, and now it's 2027 in this game, and it's just like a cyber renaissance is happening where now they're having more technological breakthroughs, augmenting human bodies. You know what I mean? But the game plays phenomenal to me. I mean, I hear a lot of people with these gripes about it, but yeah, after they talk about all their gripes about the game, they still give the game a high score and still say it's an awesome game. So obviously those gripes don't mean that fucking much. The game is awesome. I hear people talking about the voice acting is not all that good. That's okay, but when you got a game with over like 20,000 lines of spoken dialogue, that's gonna happen. Every time you hear somebody talk, after they cast that many lines of dialogue, it's not gonna all sound like a movie. You know what I mean? It's not all gonna sound the way it's supposed to sound to you. There's a lot of lines being spoken in here, so you gotta give the guy some credit. But to me, it's even though the talking and everything might not be as good as everybody wants it to be, it doesn't matter because the story is what sucks you in. You're not really sitting there caring about too much of the voice, but you want to know what's happening on these plot lines that they got going on in the game. You know, and the game is incredible. I mean, the openness that this game gives you when you play is like nothing I've never seen before. It kind of reminds me a little bit, just not the openness of the game, but just the way it plays in the cybernetic punk style of the game a little bit. It kind of reminds me of Metal Gear and how deep the story is. There's not too many games with storylines, with storytelling like this. That the story is at the front of the game. I mean, there's no gimmicks in this game. There's nothing that makes it feel like, well, oh, it has 3D, or just something that feels like it's gimmicky, like a feature that they add that they're talking about. That's the big selling point for the game. The big selling point for this game is the game itself, how it plays, the story, the music. The music is incredible. The voice acting's okay, but it doesn't really get on my nerves. Like not like that. I mean, it's passable to me. You know what I mean? A lot of people are also talking about that the AI is bad. The AI was not horrible to me. And some of the complaints that I've been hearing, like you could walk inside, like you might come out a vent in somebody's office, and the person in the office will see you come out the vent and not bat an eye. Like, that's fake. Like, if somebody saw somebody coming out my vent in my office, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you in my vent? Remember, this is still a video game. Some layers of realism is just not going to work in a video game. You know what I mean? It'd be real, but it's just not going to work. And to me, it's not necessary. There's so much stuff going on in this game. Why pay attention to that small key point? It's not necessary. I mean, the level of customization they give you for the character, The story, the art style, is just it's incredible. Like I just now am being able to get to the side missions and everything. I just got finished doing I think it's the first, yeah, the first main mission where you got to go and stop the purest first guys at the warehouse. I just got finished doing that, and when you get back from that mission, the helicopter pilot Malik, she lands on the rooftop of Seraph Industries, and when you go downstairs, you start running into different little side quests. Like I know, so when I came off the helicopter, I'm going into Seraph Industries. I saw a vent, right, and I'm like, I could still go in vents. Like you could still explore, right? Open the vent up. They give you experience points for exploring, just for opening the vent and exploring inside the vents, and they give you experience points for that, right? Boom, that's cool. So when I get inside the vent, I look and it's like a ladder going down into the vent after I get through, and then there's like a whole bunch of cases of like, what's it called, Vera Life or whatever that stuff is that they have to take so the augmentations don't get rejected out of their body. There's whole cases of this stuff hidden inside of a vent, and I'm like, what the hell is this doing here? It looked odd. It looked odd, and then there was an ebook there, and I read it, and it turns out that there's an employee that's inside Surf Industries that's stealing drugs. You know what I mean? This is just something I came across. I could have totally just passed that over. You understand what I mean? So, and as I kept looking, it led me to a side quest, and I get to track down exactly who's stealing the Verilife drugs out of Seraph Industries. And I thought that was so cool that just off of me exploring, I came across something that opened up a bigger part of the game for me. Another thing that really blew my mind was the part when I got to the factory, the Surf Industries factory that was being attacked by the Purity First guys. There was a part where they have hostages upstairs, right? And there's a bomb in the room, and they all have to stay in the room. If you take out the guys downstairs and loot their bodies, they have the codes to turn the bomb off, right? But you have to kill them and loot their bodies. And when I got upstairs, I had the code. I punched it in, and I deactivated the bomb. And there was a guy there that told me that the terrorist leader had his wife on the roof. He asked me to save her, and I told him I'd do the best I could. But I noticed that behind the desk there was a vent, right? And I was like, I didn't even use this vent to get in the room, but it just shows you I could have used that vent. I don't even know where the entryway for the vent was. I mean, it came out in the same area where the bomb was at, so I could have used that to get there also, you know? And I was like, damn, that's crazy. But if I would have got to that, if I would have used that vent path, it seems like I would have totally skipped the guys downstairs, and I wouldn't have had the code, and I would have ended up in a situation where I couldn't have been able to turn off the bomb because I would have never went downstairs. You know, just that level of openness is freaking incredible. This is one of them games where you don't want to buy the strategy guide because you don't want to know what to do. You just want to go out there and experiment and figure things out on your own. That's the fun of the game. You understand? This game is flipping incredible. It's flipping incredible. If you're thinking about going to buy this game, it's most definitely a buy. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, everything is designed from the ground up. I mean, some stuff that they could have just been casual about and be like, nobody cares about that stuff. Let's just throw some art on there, some cool art, you know, like for the clothes and everything. But no, everything looks like it's real. They have car companies. I mean, there's jewelry stores. You can't walk into these places, but as you walk by them, the design on them looks so good that it almost looks like it's real, like this place exists, you know, because they didn't water down anything. It doesn't look fake like some like a bimmy car, like a Grand Theft Auto. It looks like a Cadillac, but it's not a Cadillac. That type of thing. It doesn't look like that. It feels like they're their own entities. Like it feels like they're real, you know, like inside of the game world. It almost feels like the game, your PlayStation or your Xbox and your TV is like a window into another universe. It's how it feels when you play this game. It's that immersive, you know. I mean, it gives you dialogue choices like in Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic, those type of games where you get to choose what you want to say, and it has a negative or positive effect. You also could augment your character in many different ways. I mean, I thought there was going to be a little bit more augmentations than I see in there now, but there's going to be add-on content, right? Yes, add-on content and trophies, that's it. But I only can imagine what the add-on content is going to be. You know, this is going to be a really big game. To me, this is one of the first contenders I've seen for this year for Game of the Year, for sure. I mean, for sure. I didn't know, I didn't think this game was going to be this good. I knew it was going to be good. I knew it was going to be fun, but I wasn't expecting this. I mean, the game is so cool that every little thing that I can come across in the game, I want to read. I don't want to skip over anything, any cutscenes, nothing. I haven't died not once in the game yet either, so I haven't experienced none of those long loading screens or nothing that people's been talking about. So I haven't gotten irritated with none of that. And if the game is really, really good, I don't really care about waiting for the loading screen, because once it loads up, I'm gonna have a ball with it. So that stuff really doesn't bother me. It's like, come up with something else, guys, if you're gonna bash the game and say it's bad loading. I hear people saying the AI isn't all that good either. The AI is not bad. They're about Metal Gear Solid guard smart. Like the guards in Metal Gear Solid, they're about that smart. Except for they're not gonna open up lockers and none of that type of shit to find you. But they will if they see you or if they hear you. Sometimes you could be walking by a wall and there's a guy around the corner. If you walk too fast, he can hear you. Or if there's something on the floor, you kick a box or something, he'll hear that. And he'll go into a suspicious state. They call it suspicious. And then they have another state that's called alarmed. That's when they visually actually see you. As you can see in the background, they got a trailer for Dead Island on my TV. That's probably one of the next games I'm going to get. But besides that, that just happened to be there. Go get this game. All right? Go get that game too. On Dead Island. Go get that too. That's going to be pretty awesome too. I'm going to do a review for that and an unboxing for that soon too. I don't know if it's going to be on day one though. I don't know if I'm going to get Dead Island on day one, but I'm going to get it. They're not doing a collector's edition, nothing that I feel like that comes with anything special that's worth it to me. And I'm going to be so sucked into this game for the next couple weeks that by the time Dead Island comes out, either I'll be still playing this on my first playthrough, or I'll be on my second playthrough playing it, because I'm gonna be killing this game. I'm gonna be playing this game a lot. It's probably gonna be the only game I'm gonna be playing besides Street Fighter Third Strike online edition, the new HD Third Strike Street Fighter. I downloaded that too. It's pretty freaking awesome. Also, go get this game, guys. I mean, this is not, to me, it's not a rental. This is a most definite buy. I love this game. Everything feels perfect. The first-person shooter aspect of it feels smooth and perfect. The weapon sounds are incredible. Has some of the best reloading sounds I've ever heard in a video game. I mean, you can hear every little piece of the gun when you're reloading it, from like the pins inside to the bullets moving. It sounds right. You know, something, the way they did it, however they did it, it sounds proper. It sounds right. You know, go get this game, man. I'm telling you, the art book that comes with the Augmented Edition is pretty freaking awesome. It shows you how they really went deep with the character design and the clothing. They really thought about everything. They overthought about it, and it paid off in the end. I mean, this was a game that, to me, we won't see a game like this for a long time. The last time I saw a game like this that I fell in love with, it was Metal Gear Solid, and that was when I was a lot younger. Well, I got a new love, and it's Deus Ex, Human Revolution. I hope they make a direct sequel to this one. I don't want to jump from this one going into the ones that came out back in the day with the different type of, they didn't have enhancements, augmentations like this. They use nanomachine enhancements further into the future of this game. This game is 2027. I think the other games are, and they're further into the future, and enhancements have changed again. Now they don't have cybernetic enhancements like augmentations and all of that. Now they have like a pill you can take, and it has nanomachines in it that'll, like little robots that'll attach to your brain stem and make you smarter, or enhance your adrenaline to make you stronger, faster, little things like that. So you don't have to have a metal arm. You can actually take something that makes you as strong as if you had the metal arm. You know, but the game is really, really good. You got to go get this game, guys. I'm telling you. If you're thinking about it, purchase it. I mean, I don't feel any way about telling you that for sure. If you don't like it, you can troll my page as much as you want. Troll my videos as much as you want. But I'm telling you, you're going to love this game when you buy it. It's an experience. It's really, really long. It's like 30 to 40 hours long. It could be longer than that if you take time to read everything like I'm doing, and you don't just run through the game. Like, I'm really basking myself in the world of Deus Ex. Right? And I also, to celebrate, I went to GameStop and I found a copy of Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for $25. So I was like, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to play that a little bit probably later. I have 2 copies of this now because I have one without the box. But now I have a version with the box. I didn't have to order it off Amazon. But, you know, good games are on their way. Thank God. Real gamers stand up. It's your boy, Young Black.